In the last video lecture, we derived the expression for solution of state space equation, and it is given as the expression is given as x of t is equal to the solution of the state space equation. X of t is equal to e power at into x of 0 plus integration 0 to t e power a into t minus tau b into u of tau d tau. Okay, so if you want to calculate the solution of the state space equation in any problem, a, b, c, d values will be given, input signal will be given. You should substitute all these things along with the initial conditions, then integrate, then you are going to get the answer for x of t. Calculating e power at state transition matrix itself is a very big lengthy task. Then after that, substituting the values and then integrating the matrix. All these terms are the matrix. So integrating this matrix is again a very big task. So it goes up to 3-4 pages. So the numerical complexity of using this formula to find the solution of the state space equation is very huge. The complexity is very huge. So we will not use this equation which is in time domain. The equation is in time domain. So let us not use this equation to solve the solution of state space equation to find out x of t and to find y of t. So other than using that equation of time domain, let us use the equation in frequency domain. For that we have to derive solution of state equations in LT domain, Laplace transform domain. So by using Laplace transform domain, whatever the complexity you had in the time domain, integrating, multiplying, matrix, those things will be reduced to a maximum extent. So for all solving problems, we will use solution of state equations in Laplace transform domain. So for that, you consider the original expression of state equation. We know that x dot of t is equal to a into x of t plus b into u of t. Now let us take the Laplace transform on both sides. So if you take Laplace transform on both sides, x dot, because the dot represents the differentiation, so Laplace transform of x dot of t will become s into x of s minus x of 0. Okay, so Laplace transform of any differentiation term is nothing but s into x of s minus initial condition. This is the property of Laplace transform. Let me write the property of Laplace transform here. Dx by dt after Laplace transform becomes s into x. Dx of t by dt after Laplace transform becomes s into x of s minus x of 0. This represents initial condition. So this formula is used here. S into x of s minus x of 0 is equal to a into x of s minus b into u of s. U of s stands for the Laplace transform of the input signal. U means input signal. Now after this, let me take all x of s to one side. So there is one x of s on the right hand side, take it to the left hand side, remaining everything you take it to the right hand side. X of 0 is a constant initial condition, so that I will take it to the right hand side. S into x of s minus a into x of s minus a into x of s is equal to this minus x of 0 when it goes to right hand side becomes plus x of 0 minus b into u of s. Minus b into u of s. Now I will take x of s common. So x of s, if you take common, here left out is s into I. You should not write 1 here if you take x of s common, because all these are matrices. So in matrices, if you take common, then you are not left with 1. You are left with identity matrix. So that's why s into I have written. Now minus a is left out into x of s is equal to x of 0 minus b u of s. Now you take this Si minus A to the other side. You take it to the right hand side. Now what happens? X of S is equal to Si minus A inverse. When you take a matrix from one side to another side, it becomes inverse whole multiplied by x of 0 minus b into u of s. See, instead of taking this Si minus A for first term also and second term also, I am taking this entire thing multiplied by Si minus A whole inverse. Okay, this entire thing into x of 0 minus b into u of s I have taken. Okay, so if you want, you can take it for first term also and then you can take it for second term also. But I am taking it together for the entire thing x of 0 minus b into u of s. Now this is the expression you need to remember for solving problems. X of s is equal to Si minus A whole inverse into x of 0 minus b into u of s. Let me simplify it further. So if you simplify it further, this equation you are going to get it as x of s is equal to phi of s into x of 0 minus b into u of s, like this. Okay, so now what I have done is nothing but instead of taking this Si minus A whole inverse, I am calling that as phi of s. You know that from my previous video lecture, phi of t represents e power at, that is state transition matrix in time domain. Phi of s represents Si minus A whole inverse. This is called state transition matrix in frequency domain. Okay, so instead of remembering this equation, you remember this equation, but you should know what is this phi of s is equal to Si minus A whole inverse. Okay, now for all solving problems we are going to use this. They will give you A matrix. From A matrix you find out this, from B matrix you find out this, input signal will be given, find out this, initial conditions will be given, substitute all the things and you are going to get x of s. But your solution answer should be in time domain, no? So after calculating x of s, you convert that to time domain by using inverse Laplace transform. So you apply inverse Laplace transform, then you are going to get the answer as x of t. X of t is what? It is equal to state variable. But what is that you need to find out? Solution of state equation means for this equation you have found the solution. So for this, what is the solution? It is nothing but x of t. From this x of t, can you not find out the final output of the system? Yes, you can find out, because you know that one more equation is there for output equation, which is given by y of t is equal to c into x of t plus d into u of t. So once you know x of t, from that you substitute this x of t here, you will be given with the c and d, substitute x of t here and simplify, you are going to get the final answer for output signal of the control system. So if any problem is asked to find out the time domain output signal of a given control system, then you have to use this method. First find x of s, then find x of t, then find y of t. Or if they ask in the problem only find the solution of the state equation, then only the solution of state equation you have to stop here. If they ask you the solution of state equation and the time domain expression for output of the control system, then after this you have to do this step also. Okay, so this gives lesser number of computations compared to the integration method, this method. By using this formula, your problem goes around 4 pages, but by using this method, your problem will be very simple. Let us take one example and understand how to solve the solution of state space equation. Now consider this problem. Obtain the time domain solution of the state equation. That means what you need to find? You need to find the solution for state equation, that means x, and hence obtain the time domain solution for output of the system. That means after finding x of t, then you should also find the answer for y of t. Now what is the given? They have given you the state model 2 cross 2. What is the order of the system? The order will be equal to the number of rows or number of columns of state matrix A. So the given system is order is equal to 2. Now what is A given? A is given as 0 1 minus 2 minus 3, and B is given as 0 1, and C is given as 1 0. All these matrices are given. Now the first step is to find out phi of S. How to find out phi of S? Which is equal to Si minus A whole inverse. This is the formula. Now let us find Si minus A whole inverse. S into I. I means identity matrix 1 0 0 1 minus A. A is given 0 1 minus 2 minus 3. Now find out what is this going to give. It is going to give you S minus 0, and then 0 minus 1, and then 0 minus of minus 2 plus 2, and then S minus of minus 3, S plus 3 you will get. Okay, so now for this you have to find out inverse. This is nothing but Si minus A matrix. Till now what you did? Si minus A matrix. Okay, Si minus A you have found. Now for this Si minus A you have to find out the inverse. Then only you will get the answer for phi of S. How to find the inverse? Si minus A whole inverse is nothing but adjoint of Si minus A divided by determinant of Si minus A. How to find adjoint of a 2 cross 2 matrix? Adjoint of this matrix. Okay, so you just interchange the principal diagonal elements. First you write S plus 3, then you write S. After interchanging, then you have to change the sign of the opposite diagonal elements. Minus 2 you write, and plus 1 you write. Plus 1 minus 2. This is a simple way to find out adjoint of a 2 cross 2 matrix. Divided by determinant of Si minus A. Si minus A. S into S plus 3 minus 2 into minus 1. S into S plus 3 minus 2 into minus 1. Now what is that? This Si minus A whole inverse is nothing but phi of S, that is equal to 1 divided by S into S plus 3 will become S square plus 3S plus 2. The whole matrix is multiplied with S plus 3, 1 minus 2, S. Okay, this is phi of S. Now what is the formula? We know that the formula is given by X of S is equal to phi of S multiplied by capital X of 0 plus B into U of S, like this. Okay, now what is given in the problem? Phi of S you have found here. X of 0 should be given in the problem. B is given. U should be given. X and U should be given. Okay, so in this problem I forgot to give the value of X of 0 and U of S. So you take the value in the given problem. So this is your problem question. In the problem question they will give you X of 0. They have to give you. Okay, without giving X of 0 you cannot solve the problem. So assume that X of 0 they have given it as 1 and 0, and assume that you have to take U of t as step input signal. U of t is nothing but your input signal of the control system. That U of t you have to take it as step input signal. Okay, I had forgot to give these two values in the question. It will be given. Now they have given X of 0 and U of t is nothing but the step signal. Step signal is nothing but U of t. Okay, now that if I substitute here, now we know that for step signal what is Laplace transform? U of t after Laplace transform becomes 1 divided by S. Okay, so now you substitute the values. X of S is equal to 1 by S square plus 3S plus 2 multiplied by X of 0. They have given X of 0 value as 1 0 plus B value also they have given 0 1. And what is U of S? You should take U of t signal, input signal, as step signal. But for step signal the Laplace transform, because you want U of S, the Laplace transform is 1 divided by S for step signal. So now you substitute 1 divided by S. Okay, so now Yeah, this entire thing is also multiplied by, this entire matrix is multiplied by that phi of s matrix. This, okay, I wrote only 1 divided by s square plus 3s plus 2, and this also should be written. I forgot that also you write here. Write it as s plus 3 1 minus 2 s. So now you got your x of s equation as 1 divided by s square plus 3s plus 2 into s plus 3 1 minus 2 s. So now you multiply this inner terms, 1 0 plus 0 1 1 by s. Multiply that. Yeah, first you multiply 0 1 with 1 by s, then you add that with 1 0. So I am going to get it as 1 plus 0 into 1 by s. First answer is 1. And the next will be 0 plus 1 into 1 by s. So second answer is 1 by s. 1 by s. Like this I am going to get. Now multiply this value. Let this outside s square plus 3s by 2 be as it is. No change in that. Now I will multiply this with this. First row, first column. So you are going to get it as s plus 3 plus 1 by s, and you are going to get it as minus 2 into 1 plus s into 1 by s. Second row into first column. So minus 2 plus 1. That is going to give you 1 divided by s square plus 3s plus 2. Your answer is, if s common in the denominator, you will get s square plus 3s plus 1. Okay. And in the second term it is minus 2 plus 1, so you will get only minus 1. Now this is your x of s matrix. Now in the next step, let us take that x of s in the simplified manner. Okay. Now take that 1 divided by s square plus 3s plus 2 which was present outside. Now you take that inside. You will get s square plus 3s plus 1 divided by s into s square plus 3s plus 2. Take it inside. Now in the below you get minus 1 divided by s square plus 3s plus 2. This is the matrix you will get. Now for this, in order to get the answer for the given problem, solution in time domain, for this x of s you have to apply inverse Laplace transform, then you will get time domain. So apply inverse Laplace transform on both sides. So how to find inverse Laplace transform of this term and this term? You have to use partial fraction method now. Okay, so find the partial fraction of this separately, find partial fraction of this separately, and take the inverse Laplace transform. So now let s square plus 3s plus 1 divided by s into, I am going to factorize this term. So you are going to get the factors as, s plus 1 into s plus 2 is equal to partial fractions a by s plus b by s plus 1 plus c by s plus 2 I can take. Okay, and remember, please remember, in this partial fraction, whatever ABC I am taking, these ABC are not the state space matrices. These ABC are for partial fractions. Okay, I am using the same notation for partial fractions also, but you should understand these ABC values are partial fraction constants. They are not your state space matrices. Okay, they are the partial fraction constants. They are your partial fractions constants, ABC. Don't confuse this partial fraction constants with your given problem state matrix. Okay, now let me find the answer for A. Using any partial fraction method, you find the answer for A. Okay, so I am going to write the answer directly. You will be getting A answer as 1 divided by 2. Whatever the method you know in mathematics partial fraction, that only you use, and you will get the answer A is equal to 1 by 2. And you will get again the answer for B is equal to 1, and you will get the answer for C is equal to minus 1 by 2. So now I will substitute these back into the equation. So in this equation you are going to get it as 1 by 2 s plus 1 by s plus 1 minus 1 by 2 into s plus 2. Okay, now you take inverse Laplace transform on both sides. Take inverse Laplace transform on both sides. So you are going to get 1 divided by 2. See, remember that 1 by s, the inverse Laplace transform, can be u of t, unit step signal, or you can simply write it as 1. Both are correct. Both the answers are correct. For 1 divided by s, you can write inverse Laplace transform as u of t or 1. Because if I write u of t, you will get confused it as input signal. So I am writing 1 by s inverse Laplace transform as 1 as it is. So plus. So what is the inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 1 is e power minus 1 into t. E power 1 minus 1 into t. So I am going to get e power minus t minus 1 by 2 into e power minus 2t. The Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 2 is e power minus 2t. So this is the answer. This is the answer for your first term. Okay, this is the answer, inverse Laplace transform of the first term. So the first term, can I write it as x1? Second term can be written as x2. So till now what you have found is nothing but x1 of t. Now it is time for you to find out x2 of t. Now similarly, to find x2 of t, you take this second term and apply inverse Laplace transform by using partial fraction method. So minus 1 divided by s square plus 3s plus 2 can be written as a divided by s plus 1 into b plus b divided by s plus 2. Now again these a and b values, are partial fraction constants. Okay, don't confuse with your given problem matrices. Now find out a and b using any partial fraction method. So if you find a, for this you are going to get the a answer as, for this value, a answer will be minus 1 and the b answer will be plus 1. A is minus 1 and b is plus 1 you are going to get for this. Now substituting for this equation, you will get it as minus 1 by s plus 1 plus 1 by s plus 2. Now take inverse Laplace transform on both sides. So you are going to get minus e power minus t plus e power minus 2t. And now till now what did you calculate? You calculated the inverse Laplace transform of the second term. Second term can be called as x2 of t. And call this as x2 of t. Done. Now I have calculated the answer for x of t in time domain. What is the answer for x of t? First answer is x1 of t and second answer is x2 of t after taking inverse Laplace transform. So what is the answer for x1 of t? You got, it is equal to 1 by 2 plus e power minus t minus 1 by 2 e power minus 2t. This is the answer. Okay, 1 by 2 plus e power minus t minus 1 by 2 e power minus 2t. So this is x1 of t. I am substituting here. That's all. Now you substitute x2 of t, which is present here. So you are going to get minus e power minus t plus e power minus 2t. So this is the solution of the state space equation. So in the problem they asked to find the time domain solution of state space equation, and this is it. Now they also asked you to find the solution of y of t. So after calculating x of t, now you have to find the answer for y of t. What is given? Y of t, they have given it as what in the problem? Let me see the problem now. In the problem they have given y of t as 1, 0 into x. So we will use this formula and find the answer. for y of t signal in time domain. 1 0 they have given, so 1 0 into x means what? x1 of t and then x2 of t. X means x1 of t and x2 of t. Now you substitute, what is that you are going, you simplify, multiply first row into first column, 1 into x1 plus 0 into x2. So what is y2 of t is equal to? It's equal to only x1 of t. So write down the answer, y of t is equal to x1. Where is x1? Here. Substitute the same thing here, 1 by 2 plus e power minus t minus 1 by 2 e power minus 2. So this is the equation for the output signal of the control system. If the input signal is taken as a unit step signal, then the state variable in time domain looks like this, and the output of the control system is an exponential function. It looks like this. So like this, you have to use the Laplace domain to solve the solution of the state space equation instead of using time domain equation, because the time domain equation contains lot of computations, integrations and everything. It takes lot of time. That's why use frequency domain, that means use Laplace domain to find the solution of state space equation. After finding x of t answer, from that x of t, from the given equation of y of t, it will be given in the problem question. From this y of t equation, substitute whatever x of t you have calculated, and that is going to give you the final answer of y of t output signal. So for any problems, use the same method in Laplace domain to find the solution of state space equation x of t and y of t.